On the season premiere of Wildcat Weekly, registering to vote, girls tennis, and lift your voice. All this and more coming up next. Hi, welcome to the first episode of the 20th season of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Connor Burns. The youth vote has never been more impactful than in this election. Jim tells you how to register to vote today.
Thank you, Connor. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to kick off Wildcat Weekly's 20th season. You know, there's a lot on the line this election. In 2016, voter turnout hit a 20-year low. Only 55% of the eligible population hit the polls. And if you think your vote doesn't count, think again. Gen Z and millennials make up 37% of the eligible population this cycle, meaning you have a giant platform to vote for the candidates who represent you and your issues the best. Wildcats, you have such a strong voice in this election, so let's get you prepared to use it. We're going to take you through getting registered to vote. First off is determining whether you're eligible. In order to be eligible to vote in Illinois, you have to be a U.S. citizen, 18 years of age on or before the general election, and you have to be living in your election precinct for at least 30 days before the election. If you're eligible, great. The next step is the registration process itself.
You can register online, which is probably the easiest right now, up until October 18th. You can go online and register. An easy way to get to the registration site is to use the League of Women Voters voter guide site, vote411.org. So you go to vote411.org, and there's two pieces of information you need to have when you register. And again, the League site, you'll log into the site and then enter some information, and it will take you to the State Board of Elections website. You will be prompted to enter either a driver's license number or a state ID number. That's probably one of the easiest pieces of identification to have available. And if you have your last 4 digits of your social security number to enter in.
Remember, Wildcats, it's your civic duty to vote, so be sure to register today. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Jim Reindell.
Lift Your Voice is a community project that's bringing students of the music department together. Rashida has the story.
After the pandemic took away the ability for musicians to formally perform their music, Lift Your Voice is able to help them showcase their talents in a different way.
Lift Your Voice is a community music project where hundreds of individual musicians from all around the country perform the same piece of music at the same time. And the idea is that everybody will go outside their home. Could be front yard, backyard, balcony, porch, patio, even just an open window, and just decorate the evening air with this same melody. Performers do not need to match tempo or rhythm with anyone else they might hear. The idea is we're just all playing together.
Many performers have found Lift Your Voice to be a beneficial alternative to traditional concerts.
This event is important because right now we aren't getting a lot of opportunities as musicians to get to perform. So this is kind of our opportunity to share our music with the world.
Make sure to visit liftyourvoice2020.weebly.com for more information and step outside Saturday, October 10th at 6:30 p.m. for a very own performance of Simple Gifts in your very own neighborhood. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Rashida Batra.
With no state meet this year, sectionals is the end of the road for girls tennis. Sam looks into how they're gearing up for this meet.
Every team starts their season with a goal to win state, but due to COVID-19, that won't happen for the girls tennis team. This means conference and sectionals will mean that much more to them and the preparation that goes into these meets.
So like I said, the sectionals is more or less the same format as it always has been. There's a few more teams in our sectional than usual. They had to redo the sectional teams and the distribution of them because of the counties and the COVID regions. So we're going to face some teams this year we don't see normally. That's going to be a bit of a challenge, not knowing our opponents. But in terms of preparation, we're just going to go out and play our best tennis and treat it as our state series event, because it is, and that's about as much as we can do. So our time in practice has got us to this point, and we've had a very successful season, and I expect that to carry over till to October?
So it makes like an impact for our team, because then it's like moving forward, that's what our goal is. Instead of, obviously we would like to win conference, it makes it more important for us just because winning conference and sectionals, we don't have the opportunity to get anywhere in state. We don't have an opportunity to, like, last year we had our one singles and our one doubles qualify for state, and we ended up getting, I believe, 11th. So we don't have that opportunity, so we're really looking to hold both our conference and sectional titles, because we've won both conference and sectionals 2 years in a row.
Good luck to the girls as they prepare for their sectional meet. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Sam Applebaum.
Despite the recent halt in equal athletics, the girls' swim and dive team look to reassert their dominance in the DVC as their season continues. Jack dives into the story.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, the Negro girls swim and dive team have been able to adapt to new training and regulations in order to compete at a high level.
So since there's less people on varsity this year, we all have our own lanes, so he could like train us, every single person, to their specific needs. So that's like a plus about COVID, I guess.
And like also our team is a little bit smaller this year, which has like made us closer, which is good. But you know, we practice different. We have different practice times now, and we all get like, there's only 2 people per lane. We usually have like 5 per lane. It's just a little bit different, but a lot of like mental preparation is a lot different this year.
Still with high hopes, Neuqua Valley's dive team also looks to perform well in the future.
I think we definitely like started the season off with like a positive environment, and we've kept that going. So the when Brooke and I leave, like the freshmen will like continue that as well. And it also helps that we have 2 juniors that know what a regular season looks like. And just because it's like a modified season, we still have meets, and the freshmen are still like experiencing what a dive meet would look like, just social distancing.
Good luck to the girls swim and dive team as they take on their sectional meet this month. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Jack Ashby.
The pandemic has closed thousands of businesses over the past year, but one industry has been revived. Lauren has the details.
We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family, bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see.
Drive-in movie theaters have been an American pastime for nearly a century. Although the first one opened in 1933, it didn't reach its golden age until the 1950s.
Well, the drive-in was built in 1953. It opened up in 1954.
As families moved out to the suburbs throughout the 1950s, cars became more of a necessity. Car activities were rapidly growing, and by the end of the 1950s, there were 4,000 drive-in movie theaters across the nation. Today, only 330 drive-in theaters remain, but thanks to COVID-19, it's welcomed new and old fans to the theaters.
People don't want to sit inside of a theater, even when they get a first-run movie. There's been a couple out. I have a friend in Tennessee. He's only getting 2 or 3 people a night.
If you're interested in seeing a drive-in movie, these theaters are open through the end of October. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Lauren Verdon.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.